And on January 31, 2008, America's students launched Focus the Nation, a day to educate students, legislators, and communities about climate change.
As young people, we know that climate change is the challenge of our generation, so we ask you to take our call to action sincerely.
This initiative, Focus the Nation, brings our campus together with over 1,000 high schools, colleges, and universities across the country.
Key feature to Focus the Nation is civic engagement.
From campus to Congress, Focus the Nation is directly engaging millions of students
and citizens with the nation's decision makers.
I want to congratulate you on Focus the Nation. To have young people have this focus on this subject that is so far-reaching gives me great hope.
There is an organization called Focus the Nation, which is going to have the largest campus teach-in on global warming in United States history right here on the Clemson campus. And this is an important issue. I want everybody to be involved with it, everybody to be paying attention. I hope all of you choose to participate because that's a terrific issue and I wanted to acknowledge that.
Focus the Nation has brought together the pulse of a new politics, leading our country in a new direction. Each and every one of you should be commended.
Hello, this is Senator Barbara Boxer, and I'm so pleased to send a greeting to everyone participating in the Focus the Nation events.
I know other governors feel as I do, and understand that tomorrow, thousands of campuses across the country, including 60 in Florida alone, you will dedicate the day to discussing climate change. I applaud you and urge you to share your concerns and recommendations with your state and federal decision makers too. We need to hear from you on this important issue. God bless you and thank you for your leadership.
We can get to the cap and trade without hurting our economy, and we have to be moving forward in those kinds of discussions.
Because today it's all about leadership, and it's about us coming together. It's about all different schools around Georgia, around Atlanta, just really taking a stand and talking to our legislature and letting them know that these issues are serious. Climate change is serious.
I'm also proud that Voorhees College and HBCU in my district is taking part in this teach-in and contributing to this global dialogue.
What's a nice Republican congressman doing in a place like this? You know, this seems to be a place for Al Gore, right? Global warming and all of that. Well, I'm here to say three things. First of all, it's a place for all of us. Second of all, it's true to conservative principles because we believe in markets. And third, it's a wonderful opportunity.
I want to add my thanks to all of the students and faculty on this campus who were involved in setting this up. This is really a historic event, and the fact that there are 43 of these events just across the state of Colorado, maybe 1,700 of them nationwide, I think demonstrates how far the country's come in recognizing what an extraordinary challenge and really at the same time an opportunity global warming presents for us.
The reason that we don't have alternative fuels is because we have not mandated that we reduce our carbon emissions and that we reduce polluting substances.
Hello, University of Portland.
That's our goal. In the long run, we want renewable energy to be totally cost competitive with the older sources of energy. And by putting some research dollars at the federal level and some private dollars through renewable energy credits into that market, we think we can reach that in the end.
Reduce emissions by 80% between now and I think 2050.
Climate change is happening, and we need to act very aggressively to stop it.
When I became Speaker of the House, I made this issue of energy independence and climate change the flagship issue of my speakership.
I'm excited to see this day come and to know that what the leadership on Cal Poly's campus is going to be replicated across this nation. And we've seen now, we've got some political things going on in this country. Students and young people are really making a difference. And here is the occasion when it's going to happen again.
As a staunch advocate for environmental justice, I understand the need for leaders of all walks of life to bring their own views and backgrounds to bear on this global issue.
It's been very frustrating to be a member of this Congress here and not be able to have a Congress which is able to muster a sufficient number of votes to pass more progressive
energy initiatives, including the ones that you raise.
We need to talk about the thousands and millions of new jobs that will be created in providing this new technology and putting solar panels in place and building the turbines for the wind machines.
And actually, a lot of senators and House representatives are pretty much unaware of a lot of climate initiatives.
Every time there's been a warming period, there's been more food on Earth for humans to consume. The issue, the argument, I think, goes towards what's causing it. We've always had droughts, we've always had hurricanes, we've always had earthquakes, we've always had climate change. Thank you.
It's so wrong on so many levels.
I think we have to have a much more open conversation about what role nuclear is going to play.
I've been told by presidents of almost every country who visits me, America must lead.
The step that we've taken in the first half of this Congress is the first step that's been taken in 30 years to deal with one of the most significant aspects of global warming, increasing the CAFE standards, but it's only a 15% advancement, and there's an awful lot more that we have to do.
So I'm here to say that it's a real problem, even though I used to poo-poo it. It's a real problem. It's of human making, and it's up to us to do something about it.
We can find alternative energy sources that are very good for the environment while creating significant new economies, especially in rural communities throughout South Carolina and other places.
What we have to do to both grow our economy and demonstrate the compatibility between economic growth, the environment, and creating a cleaner environment where we're all stewards of this great earth that we occupy.
Will help us spur our economy. There are tremendous opportunities for alternative fuels, for wind and solar. And I think that the reason that we have not really seriously dealt with the economic opportunities for investors, for people who are looking for a career, is because we have taken the availability of fossil fuels for granted. And now that the science and the politics have told us that we can no longer do this, I think it's going to open the door for a whole new industry in addition to saving the planet.
We are in a race with this greenhouse gas effect that's going to require us to reduce greenhouse gases 80% by 2050.
I think the legislators were surprised with how many students actually showed up. And I think they also liked the cheer.
I said, ooh, it's hot in here. There's too much carbon in the atmosphere.
That we are coming together to do something truly remarkable.
So Focus the Nation, as you are doing on this important issue, is an enormous help because the American people are leading the way on this issue, and the young people of America are leading the American people on this issue.
I face this challenge with hope and not fear. The fact that so many of you are participating in the Focus the Nation event speaks volumes about the level of commitment that I hear all across America.
Together, we can win the battle for a clean tomorrow. Let's focus this nation and free the world of fossil energy dependence and dangerous global warming.
And it's through people like yourselves that this message will be carried out. Great movements do not start in Washington or in Hartford. They start principally in your hearts and in your minds. And they become a cause when you're able to articulate them in a manner that brings people together, as this cause about the environment can do better than most.